Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Phil, thanks for coming. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for the invite. I'm honored.
No problem at all. Brilliant. If you can start with your name and your Instagram name, that'd be brilliant.
My name is Philip Vliegen. My Instagram name is Fotografil, spelled with an F in front instead of PH, because that for some reason that's taken, but nobody with that name is on Instagram.
There's always someone that's got your own name. It's not good, is it? And have you got a website?
No, planning on building one maybe in the winter. I don't know, when I got time.
Yeah, you got to look carefully because they cost a bloody fortune, those things. They're a pain in the backside, but it's nice to have one.
I have I have server space on my business web server, so that shouldn't be a problem to use that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no excuse.
Exactly. Just time.
Okay. Yeah, of course. And where do you live?
I live in a small town called Pelt. It's in the province of Limburg. It's right near the Dutch border. 5-minute drive, I'm in the Netherlands. Yeah, middle of nowhere basically, but I have a few bigger cities within the hour drive, so it's okay.
And do you prefer it quiet or do you prefer to go into the town?
For my photos, I prefer to go into big cities. I like the urban life, like to document people, how they live in a big city. I tried photographing trees, but after 7 trees, I got bored of it.
I think that's a common thing for most street photographers. That's why they went into street. Cause
yeah, exactly.
You've seen one flower, you've seen one tree. It's like, nah. So where are you from originally?
Actually grew up in a neighboring town. My parents moved around a lot and always, we stick to the area basically. Moved from one town to the other, but basically maximum 20 minutes apart, something like that. And I stick around here. I moved away to Dublin for a year, but I came back.
I love Dublin. I've only been once. Had a long weekend there, but it's such a great city. It's very friendly.
It's a great city, but for me at the time, it was for work, so the pay wasn't good enough to stay there for the living cost.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, even with the allure of Guinness.
Yeah, but it kept me good for a year. So.
Yeah. Good stuff. So if I came to visit you, where would you take me to shoot?
Probably to Antwerp, an old city with a lot of history, some old architecture mixed with some modern buildings. A great central station where, especially in the morning, there's amazing light. And right around the corner from that, you have the Jewish neighborhood where you always, like the old Orthodox Jews walk around with a big hat on. And so there's always something to see.
Yeah, excellent. And I normally ask other things for tourists, but I think you've listed quite a few already.
Yeah, like where I live, there's for tourists also nice if you like cycling or like walks. We have pine woods and everything, and it's very nice, quiet.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. When people come from a town, it feels completely alien, doesn't it? When you're in the countryside and you've got everything on your doorstep. Like I'm rural myself, so I get used to that. But yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah. Excellent. So, what's your favorite destination in the world? Where do you like the most?
I can only speak of places I've visited so far. For me, Lisbon was probably my favorite. It's difficult to choose. Like every city has its own thing. You like this more in that city, that more in that city. But Lisbon, the light, the architecture, just a general atmosphere of the city, the food. Everything is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how different cities have that. I mean, I've not done Lisbon yet, but I know it's full of yellows, a bit like Berlin's full of yellows. London's full of reds. Dublin's full of greens. This thing, all their buses and the trains are green, and they all have their own color scheme, and they all have their own, like you say, bonus to it.
Yeah, and like the shadows there, you have just it's the same in Italy as well. The light seems to be different than where we are from, and you notice that when you try to take photos and like you start to expose for the highlights and things like that, you really see the difference already in camera.
No, brilliant. That's a good choice. It's still on my bucket list. I still haven't got there yet. It's only a few hours away, so I'll definitely do it next year, I think. So where would you most like to visit? What's on your bucket list? Where would you like to go?
There's a lot of on my bucket list, but when it comes to photography, probably Tokyo. The pictures I see from there, the colors, the black and whites, everything you see from there is just makes me want to go. And every photographer that's been there, they all rave about it, that it's an amazing place to go take photos.
Yeah, I think it's probably number one destination doing this podcast. That's where, it tends to be Japan and it tends to be New York, and for very good reason. I mean, they look amazing. I've only done New York, but without a camera. So start away questions. If you could time travel, when would you visit?
I would love to go back to the early 70s. My grandfather on my dad's side, I never met him. He died before I was
Oh,
born.
wow. Yeah.
So I would love to travel to that period. Like everyone always spoke nice about him, and he was a watchmaker, a kind person, a calm person. So yeah,
Yeah. No, that's the personal reason, that's the best reason, I think. Especially someone that you've never, really seen or met.
yeah, exactly.
So if you could photograph anyone in history, who would you shoot?
I would probably go back to the previous answer for that one. He was like from the photos I've seen, he was a very photogenic person. Um, always well dressed, wear some jewelry like rings and watches and bracelet, and his hair always nice. And yeah, I would go for that as well. I've been thinking a lot about it. There's a lot of celebrities I wouldn't mind photographing, but I've never been idolizing really, like other than some football players, but they've been documented more than enough, probably more than they deserve.
And going back to what you were saying, the thing is, there's probably not that many photos of them, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It like you have the standard family photo shoot, from the 50s, the 60s, and then early 70s he died. So there's not that much material from it.
Yeah, no, good choice. Perfect choice, actually. So, tell me a fun fact or a story about yourself.
I do sim racing. I have next to me like a simulator, and we do like in a team, we do some 24-hour races, things like that, endurance races. Uh, unf- Unfortunately, because photography became the bigger hobby, the last year it's going a bit slow with that. But now in the winter, we'll try to pick it up again a bit.
So how does it? Obviously, I'm not entirely sure how that works. It's obviously, have you got like a VR mask, VR headset? Is that right? No?
No, I have like a 49-inch ultra wide monitor and like a bucket seat and a steering wheel and paddle.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. And does it have like? Is it sensitive to like it would be in a normal race or?
Yeah, you get like in the steering wheel, you feel a lot of detail, but I don't have like the motion rake or anything. No, in the brake pedal, like when the ABS hits, you can feel it in the pedal like vibrate.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah, that's an amazing sensation
yeah,
when that kind of getting.
yeah, and
Yeah.
actually, like I had the chance to drive a car on track, and basically, it's quite realistic when you go compare it. Of course, you don't have like the lateral G forces and things like that. You like the feeling you get for taking a turn and things like that. That's really, really accurate, basically.
I bet it was an amazing experience as well to try it for real.
Yeah, a friend of mine has a race team, so yeah, as a thank you for the support for a whole season, we got the chance to drive one of his cars.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, I bet I bet that's the adrenaline's running for that one. Jesus.
yeah, yeah, I like speed, so
Brilliant. Yeah, there you go. Amazing. Good answer again. I always get a good answer. People think, oh my God, what am I going to tell somebody? But yeah, it's all good. So what's your favorite word? I know again it's a weird question.
kind of a guy with a potty mouth, as they say, you know.
Yeah, good. That's what we
I
like.
I swear a lot. So yeah, I probably use the word klote. It's a Dutch word. Basically translates to bollocks.
All right,
It's
nice.
also used in the same way. So that's probably my favorite one. Is my favorite swear word probably.
Yeah. And one more time because I didn't hear it.
Klote.
There you go.
It's that's used like as it sucks, and it's bollocks.
So as it's an international podcast, teach me a new word or a new saying I may not know.
Well, I came up with it with a saying. It's just a general saying here. Like, it basically means like now we see the truth. So it's nu komt de aap uit de mouw. So basically, it's now the monkey comes out of the sleeve.
Excellent. Yeah, I love that.
Like finally we see the truth.
So, when did photography click for you? Obviously, excuse the pun, but when did you realize you could take a good photo?
Probably beginning of last year, we went on a trip to Valencia, being at the beautiful buildings designed by Calatrava. I used my iPhone, took some pictures of architecture, and I was stunned by the result myself, and also other people kept complimenting me on it. So, and I always liked taking photos. When I went on a trip, I used to buy before a trip like a new point and shoot or a bridge camera, things like that. And so I always liked taking photos. And as a kid, play with my dad's film camera. He had an old Canon, and that got lost, unfortunately. But yeah, that's basically when it clicked after that trip.
Even though you've got your phone in your pocket and you think you get the right light, you get the right buildings, you get the right thing, and you just feel it. It just works. But this is the really tricky bit. Your favorite 3 photos, and why you like them.
I had to change my answer today because yesterday I would have given you a different answer because I've been editing photos last night. So I have 2 different ones in the list. But one of the favorite one is on my color account, and it's the man sitting on a bench in Antwerp station, holding, his head in his hands as if he's thinking really deeply or he's recovering from a hangover, something like that. And that's the reason it's my favorite one is not just the photo. It's also because of that day. It was the first time I went on a photo walk with someone else, like uh, Manuel Duarte. I don't know if you know him. He's uh, he's a Portuguese photographer. He lives in Belgium, and like he asked me if I want to go on a photo walk with him, and ever since I can consider him a good friend, and he's basically a bit of a mentor. So that's the reason that photo is one of my favorite because of the memory of the day.
And yeah, exactly. That's the thing with photos. One, it's memory, but two, it's also the people you meet and the people that become friends because of it. And it's that's what I love about photography in general.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's 2 others that I took on my trip past week, and one of them is I'm standing on Ponte Vecchio and I'm aiming the camera down to the gallery on the side, the portico there. And there's a bunch of people walking out, and I'm just clicking. And all of a sudden, there's this Chinese couple. They wear heart shaped glasses with glitter around. And I have them both in full focus. And like, I look like really, that was the last photo of the series I took. And immediately I took my camera down and looked on it, and I was like, wow, this is like I had my frame. Like the only thing I did was straighten the photo a little bit in Lightroom. And other than that, I didn't change a thing than just the contrast and things like that. And it was just a banger.
Yeah, when you get those moments where you just don't have to do anything, it just happened and you feel it at the time.
Basically, I was hoping to hit something good, you know, you have a good autofocus, so I'm just clicking away, and then those two appeared, and it was instantly like, wow. And then another one in Florence, not because of the photo itself, but I kind of overcame a fear, the social anxiety. There was this girl sitting at a statue, and I was just taking like a candid portrait from like 5 meters away. And she looked up, and I thought, you know what, we're in a different country. I can do it in English. Like, I'm more incognito than I am in my own country. So I just got the nerve, and I stepped up to her and I asked if I could take a portrait. I'm not gonna say it's a good portrait, but I just it's a moment. Yeah.
It's a moment. No. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's a stepping stone. That's the key. And that's the thing. I mean, it took me ages to approach people, you know, and especially when they said, you know, Paris or Berlin or somewhere they don't like people don't like having their photos taken. And then, you know, yeah, it's true sometimes, but you know, to actually step out your comfort zone and do that, it takes a lot. So yeah, well done.
Yeah, it's not the first time I did it, but I did it before when people like they looked up and they really showed interest to start a conversation. But now it was like I really engaged in the conversation.
Yeah. Again, it's a big step. It's, you know, it's one of those things that you remember. And when you look at that photo, that's that memory going to be there. Yeah, it's great. Brilliant. Yeah. But the thing I love about your work is that you do everything. I mean, you do black and white, you do color, you do scenes, you do candid, you do, you know, you know, and it's the variation that I love about your stuff that you're a photographer, you're not just a street photographer, yeah, you do a bit of absolutely everything, then you enjoy it.
I noticed that if I do one thing, I tend to like focus too hard on it and I don't enjoy myself anymore. If I'm in a place where you know, I the light is not the way I want it, and I cannot get the hard shadows that I like, and I don't like to manipulate pictures afterwards. So then I start to look for a different way to be creative, and like I start looking for, you know, a ring in a hand railing to frame things up, things like that. And to be honest, every photo I post is a photo I like, and I don't care if you like it or hate it. It's my photo. I put it there. I don't care about the likes. Of course, I like the likes, but I don't care.
No, absolutely. You've got the same attitude I have. It's enjoy it for yourself. Do something depending on the situation of the light or whatever. And you can't go wrong. You can't get bored. There's no way in hell because you just adapt to whatever there is there, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And some pictures look better in black and white. Some do look better. I always try two versions. Some things I know when I take it, it's gonna be a black and white. But other pictures, you know, you see what can I do with it? I shoot in RAW, so I have options.
Yeah. And the thing is sometimes you can't choose because the black and the white or the color, they both look equally good.
I have a picture I edited last night. It's a shoemaker that is standing outside the phone. Light is falling nicely on him, and it looks great in color. Like I made this kind of portrait-like profile, and it looks amazing with that over it. But it looks also amazing with the black and white. So it's I'm I'm actually like I have now two accounts separated, and I'm thinking of joining them because maintaining two, one gets engagement, the other one doesn't, which is not fair to the photos.
Yeah, it is difficult because I had two accounts before I got hacked initially. And you keep them different because I had one was creative and then one was street or, that kind of thing. But the problem is as well with it, so much gets lost because you end up putting so many photos on. You get 800 photos later and people won't see stuff like 100 back. So it's difficult. Having them separate helps because you get to see more, but at the same time, it's swings and roundabouts.
So maybe I should migrate them to one account or just slowly start.
Yeah, I suppose you can migrate the two. Brilliant. So, what advice would you give a new photographer?
I don't know if I'm the one to give advice because I consider myself still a new photographer, but believe in what you do. And I think most important, do it with joy. If you don't have fun doing it, it's going to reflect in your work. That's my advice.
Yeah. If you don't enjoy it, what's the point? It's not work,
I had days that I go out and I'm shooting I took 3-4 photos and I'm like, I'm bored of it. Like, it's boring here today. I put my camera away, go back to the car and home. Like, I've done that.
Absolutely. Since I've shot more recently, but before that, I went to London in June, and I didn't pick the camera up until probably August. It's just sometimes you just got to put it down and just to do something else because you don't have that love.
Yeah, for me it helps that I only have 2 free days in a week. Like, I have my Thursday and my Sunday. So I have 2 days, and usually I only get to 1 day going out with the camera. So that helps because you're motivated to go out as well at that time. Like, if you can go, like during this trip, I was motivated all day long. But when I'm just here, like, the motivation is not always there, or the weather. Oh, I love shooting in the rain, but I hate walking in the rain.
It's never nice getting wet, but it's nice getting the results,
Yeah, exactly.
I get that. Excellent. So, what's next for you? What are your photography goals? What you got going on?
I hope to start, printing some of my work. I printed for myself. I had like a little calendar printed, with my favorite photos just for myself, and seeing those photos, being printed on a nice paper. It's different. So I hope to get some work printed, and then work on the website.
Yeah. And I like the idea of a calendar because the thing is, you forget what you've printed, so you turn over to August or September or whatever, and actually, yeah, I forgot that was there. That's great. Yeah, I'll see that for a month, and then next month, and then it's great, and obviously seeing stuff in the house as well.
Yeah, we call it like a bathroom calendar. You hang in the toilet, and you write people's birthdays on it. It's basically that kind of like that kind of calendar. So yeah, I thought it's nice to hang at home. It's
Yeah, you don't want cats and kittens and stuff on it. You want your own photos,
Yeah, exactly. Like, and when people come over, they also get to see your work. No,
it's brilliant. That's what it should be all about. Absolutely. Right. Well, I appreciate you being here. It's it's nice to actually see you in the flesh and talk to you.
Well, thank you for the invitation. It was nice thing to do, and keep up with the podcast, I would say.
Yeah, brilliant. No, I'm totally enjoying it. I don't think it's going anywhere, hopefully. So, we'll carry on for a while.
All right, brilliant.
Right. Well, have a good evening. You take care, and thanks for being my guest.
You're welcome. Bye.